creator you are? Super, super powerful. All you have to do is look around at your life, because the proof is the results that you get. And you're getting results all the time. You may realize this, but each result that you achieve is actually a creation. It's something you've created. Whether what you're creating is prosperity or debt, whether it is good or bad health, whether it's loving or abusive relationships, whether it's your life's work or just a job, whether it's happiness or sadness. All of these are results, and you create them. You are a creator, and you're creating all the time. What you create is results of some sort. Now, you may judge your results negatively or positively, but what's most important is whether you're happy with the results you get. Whether you're happy with the results you get. And so you want to ask yourself a question, and that question is, what type of results are you creating? Positive, negative, good or bad, wanted or unwanted? What type of results are you creating? If you aren't creating the type of results you want, then it is time to learn how to create different results, is it not? So, in my mind, there are two ways to change your results. So let's take a look at both of them. The first is what I would call the transformational approach. And the transformational approach has to do with personal growth or personal development. I know this well as a high-performance coach, because that's the realm in which high-performance coaching exists, is personal growth or personal development. So in this case, for a lot of people, personal growth or personal development feels hard, feels like it's a push and a struggle to change. And you do need to change, because if you want different results, you have to be different. You're the one creating the results. It's coming from the inside, and you're seeing it on the outside. And so you have to change the inside yourself if you want to change, right? So a lot of times as we talk about habits, I just did a challenge on creating habits, and that's why, because your behavior, your habitual behavior is creating results. And if you don't like the results you're getting, you need different behavior, different habits. You need to change. Now, people will tell you that transformation is a process and it takes a long time and all of that. But I know that there is one thing you can do from a personal growth perspective that will create change for you almost instantaneously. It's like magic. And what that is to change your identity. If you want different results, decide who you need to be to get those results. That's it. And you decide, you choose, and you commit to being that person now, not later, and you will find that your results change. Sorry, hit the table and everything jiggled. Change yourself, become a person who can get the results you want, and you will see your results change. So it's a transform from the inside out type of thing. That identity also knows how to get those results. And so any questions you have about what you should be doing next are easily answered by that new identity. But you have to be that identity now and do the things that identity would do, that person would do. And you can ask that person, how do I get these particular results? And you will feel that sense of inspiration and motivation and knowledge, inner knowledge of what to do next. Now, so what you need to realize is that identity leads to new results. So a new identity will get you new results. All right, so the second approach is the spiritual approach. And here what I usually talk about is that you're looking for inspired results, results that are coming out of you feeling inspired to do something, okay? And that's what I call inspired action. And as a result of taking that inspired action, you get inspired results. And these inspired results also come from, or the knowledge of what to do next to get the inspired results comes from your, what I call your spiritual GPS, your spiritual guidance positioning system. So not global, but guidance. So your spiritual guidance positioning system. Basically what you do is you're going to program into your spiritual guidance system, spiritual guidance positioning system. So I'm just going to say GPS because I can never remember all the words. You program into your spiritual GPS where you want to go. And it will then get you to that destination. It will tell you how to get there, right? So that destination, arriving at that destination, is a result of taking the steps that your spiritual GPS tells you to take, right? So there are ways for you to get in touch with your spiritual GPS. You can meditate, you can pray, you can journal, you can do channeled writings, all kinds of things. But you want to be asking, what is your next best step? What is the inspired action that you need to take? If you struggle to actually figure out, or hear, I guess I would say, if you struggle to hear guidance, you don't get intuitive hits, you're not hearing guidance, seeing guidance, feeling guidance. There's lots of ways to get guidance, all the different clairaudience, claircognizance, etc. If you're not getting that guidance, then you can go to a psychic, or you could go to an intuitive coach or something like that in order to get help. But I'm a big advocate of trying to do that yourself, and I get that it can feel difficult. I don't always trust or acknowledge the guidance that I get, and it's a process I'm working on, is to be more aware, more conscious of the guidance I get and of my intuitive hits, my higher self talking to me, and taking action on that. Because the thing is that the more you take action on what your spiritual GPS is telling you to do, the more trust you develop, and the clearer become the messages and the louder become the messages. Okay, so you're going to use your spiritual GPS, and then you're going to take inspired action. So when you get these the information, you actually do something and you take inspired action. But you may be asking, well, how do I how do I get this inspired action, and how do I get inspired? So I believe that inspired action comes out of inspiration, that there's a moment when you're inspired, there's a moment when suddenly you just know what the next best thing is for you to do, the thing that's in your highest good or that's going to get you the results you want, and you just know it. But you still have to get inspired. So for me, there's a process or a formula for getting inspired, and I'm just going to talk about the first part of it really, and that is that you have to combine your sense of purpose with a passion of yours, some kind of passion, and that's when you get inspired. So your purpose is really about what you want to accomplish in this lifetime, your dharma, your life's work, the things that are most meaningful to you. That's the sense of purpose or calling or mission, right? And then if you can figure out what you're passionate about, whether that's gardening or parenting or saving the whales or whatever it is, if you can combine your sense of purpose with your passions, you get inspired every time. Okay, and from that place of inspiration, you will then know what your next best step is to move forward. So you want to find a way to do that, even if your purpose and passion are in an area that is different than the result you're wanting in another area of your life. Even if it's very different, just get inspired. Feel inspired. So you can get inspired also by going out in nature. Take a walk, look at flowers, look at the ocean or the mountains or whatever it is, and you will feel inspired. And when you can get to a place of inspiration, that inspired action will make itself known to you, and then you just need to act on it. And again, when you act on it, you develop more trust that this really is a message coming to you, and that when you take action, good things happen, that you get the results you want. Okay? So that's all about identifying an inspired action. And really the importance of inspiration is that when you're inspired, you're actually in spirit, you're in the flow, you're accessing guidance. And so that's where it's the easiest to actually find out what you need to do to get the results you want. Now, if you're not getting the results you want, no matter what you try, I'm going to pose this possibility, and that is that you're going for results that are not the right results for you. And you can ask your spiritual GPS about that to give you guidance towards the results you really want, or not that you want, that are best for you. So the idea here is that sometimes we think we know what's best for us, but spirit or soul or higher self always knows what's best for us. And we might be looking for more money or more things or a promotion or a partner or whatever it is. And we've got it set in our head that this result is the right one for us. And it may not be. And that may be why it's not happening. So you need to entertain that thought. And again, go back to guidance, to your spiritual GPS. Ask the question. Set a destination and then see what directions you're given to get to that destination. And if the directions are for a different destination, you need to be open to that, because maybe that's for your highest good. But again, you can be asking the spiritual GPS to give you directions towards what is for your highest good, and then pay attention, watch, make note. Don't forget, though, about identity. Be that person that you identified who would be getting those results. And then you're actually going to feel inspired. You're going to get advice from that new identity about your next best steps. Matter of fact, when you are being that person, which is going to become habitual for you, you can notice what actions you feel inspired to take, and you can trust that identity, and you can also trust your spiritual GPS about what's inspired actions that are best for you, for your highest good, as I like to say. And then, as I mentioned already, take the inspired action, because each time you do, your spiritual GPS is going to speak to you louder and more clearly, and your trust will grow, and you're going to create more inspired results. Now, I know this doesn't feel easy. This is the trust issue is one I struggle with a lot, and I will probably write about again and speak about, because it really, every spiritual teacher I've ever talked to has always said the same thing. Trust in the guidance. Trust in the guidance you're getting, in your intuition, your higher self, your guides, whatever it is. Trust and take action, because when you take action, you tell them you're listening. You show them you're listening, and then you allow in all the good things that are supposed to be coming to you. And you step into that power as a creator, because you're listening. You're tapped in, and you're listening, and then you take action based on your guidance, and you create the results that you really want and that are meant for you, that are for your highest good. So, all that said, I would love to know what kind of results you're getting, and whether you have been able to trust your guidance system, or whether you have been able to switch your identity and get different results. Leave me a comment down below and pay attention. I know some of you will be watching this video much later, but coming up, starting today, the day this video aired on August 23rd, I am hosting a 5-day Create Inspired Results Challenge, which is what inspired this blog post. And I would love for you to join me. The link is in the blog post and also in the description of the YouTube video. If you missed it, then you can gain access to it through the Inspired Creator Community. The link for the Inspired Creator Community is above. And actually, I'll put the link to the challenge above, but it'll probably be not working or be a different challenge after the 27th of August, 2021. In any case, you can gain access to these recordings in the Inspired Creator Community. I'm going to be offering them as a bonus. I don't know if they'll always be a bonus, but they'll be a bonus from about I'm relaunching with a new set of high performance coaching sessions in September. And so from September through maybe till December or so, you should be able to gain access to the challenge recordings as a bonus. That's all very complicated, and I probably shouldn't even be talking about it. The other thing to do is go to my new Facebook group, Transform Now. That link will be above. The Transform Now Facebook group will have the challenge streamed into it, and so you can find the recordings there, at least for a while. All right, so that is it for today. I'm Nina Amir, the Inspiration to Creation Coach. As I always say, go out there and achieve more inspired results.